Toilography.
Hey guys, Dan here from Toilography. I'm in Potsdam, New York to visit the famous Potsdam Potty Gardens. Back in 2004, Hank Robar, the owner of this property in downtown Potsdam, got creative and planted these decorative toilets all through his front yard. I'd heard about these colourful cans, which can actually be found these days at 2 different locations across town, and I knew I had to see them. This right here is the American dream. I spoke to a few locals and managed to track down Hank by phone so I could ask him myself about the reason behind these colourful cans.
Well, back about 14, 15 years ago, I owned quite a little bit of property in Potsdam. And I had the chance to sell the one down on Market Street, the Dunkin' Donuts, but they wouldn't change the zoning and the empty lot I had, so I started doing it. I ended up doing it to 4 or 5 different places.
You heard that right, ladies and gentlemen. The toilet gardens are a protest against the city of Potsdam because they wouldn't allow one of their residents to rezone his property and sell it to Dunkin' Donuts. And it's turned out to be a mighty fine protest, if I don't say so myself. This is the site where the Dunkin' Donuts was supposed to be. Who would have thought that a decade and a half later, the toilets would still be here? And by the way, this is where the Dunkin' Donuts ended up being built just a couple of blocks up the street. Isn't this such a funky urinal? There's a lot more to do and see in Potsdam than just the Potty Gardens. There's a quaint downtown area full of historic buildings and some awesome graffitied alleys. The Grasse River flows through town and there's some nice walking tracks along the shores. I also dropped by the neighbouring village of Hanawa Falls, where they have some peaceful waterside areas. So what does the city think of the toilets?
It kind of teed off the village. They took me to court and everything, nothing they could do about it.
They took you to court?
Yeah, oh yeah. They can't do nothing about it. I keep them picked up. I usually keep them mowed good and everything. It's been in newspapers all over Syracuse. It's been on NBC News. A lot of people take pictures all the time of it.
I did wonder at some point, what happens to the loos that come to the end of their life? But I soon found out. All the broken toilets end up here out the back. And finally, in case you're wondering which piece of art I crowned the winner out of the hundreds that I saw, this one's my favourite. So there you have it, guys. Hopefully you've enjoyed this toilet tour of Potsdam, New York. A big shout out to Hank Robar for coming up with these creations and for spending some time with me on the phone. And if you ever find yourself in upstate New York, it's absolutely worth dropping by this delightful little town. Not really sure I'd want to smell these roses.